Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, thanks again for tuning into the Zim Geek channel. Today, it's another lesson in cartooning. We're spending a little adventure time with our friends Finn and Jake. Are you ready? And don't forget our rules of cartooning. All you need is paper and pencil and a good eraser. Make sure you draw a light because we're going to be using that eraser. And most importantly, don't get frustrated. Here we go. Okay, everybody's favorite Adventure Time characters, Finn and Jake. And we're going to start out with Finn. We're going to have Finn holding Jake. Finn really starts out as a rectangle, slightly curved on all sides. You want to use curved lines in order to show some dimension, some shape to him. His hat, the division between his hat and his shirt, between his shirt and his pants. That way you know exactly where he's at. Jake, we're going to draw in as an oval. I'm going to draw that in a little smoother. I tend to sketch sometimes when I am working. You really don't need to do that. Now with Finn's arm, we're going to bring one arm down, the other arm, and we should try to stay as smooth as possible. They are almost like spaghetti in that there's no real joint on them. You don't see an elbow, you don't see a knee most of the time. I'm just going to use a circle right here to represent the fingers for his legs, and I'm going to move this down just a little bit for his legs, just barely on the inside of the square or the rectangle there. And again, you want to try to keep them consistent. You want to try to keep them smooth. Just straight down. Feet, just bump out. I thought that foot was a little small. Now I think the other foot's a little large. So I'm going to try that again. There we go. Now for the socks on Finn. He has roll down socks. So right above the ankle, we're going to use a curved line inside the leg. We still want to stay with curved lines in order to show that this character has some shape, so he doesn't look like a flat pancake on your paper. Up above the leg, we're going to curve all the way around in front of the leg and back to the other side of the leg. And again, on the other arm, we're going to use a curved line just above the ankle. Just above that line, we're going to start on the outside of the leg, curve it all the way around to the other side of the leg. And we're going to erase the part of the leg that no one sees anymore, or that nobody needs to see because the sock is in front of it. And we're going to fill in those shoes because he has black shoes. These are incredibly fun characters to draw. I love teaching them when I do a class because they are easy. And the easier the character, especially when you're first starting out, I'm going to straighten out his arm here, the more confident you're going to build because the closer to the actual character it's going to look. Inside of Finn's hat, of course, he's got that hole for his face to poke out of. Now for his shorts are just short legs. They're going to curve again and come up just a little outside of the leg line, just to show, and you want to make sure that those two lines are even on his shorts so his shorts don't look unusual. We're going to take the eraser, we're going to erase where the leg hits the body and where the short hangs out over the leg. The part of the leg that his shorts are inside of. We can go through and emphasize that line again, just to make sure everybody knows it's there, or you know it's there. There we go. We can tighten that up just a little. Okay. Jake's legs are just going to hang down. He's up above the ground. And you don't want him straight out. He's not tensed up. In fact, he's quite relaxed. His legs or his feet are pointed downward. He does have a couple of toes that you can throw in there, just curved lines. One arm, I'm going to start Jake's arm right underneath Finn's arm here, and it's just going to come down. And he has a thumb and 3 fingers, 3 first fingers in front. The other 2 fingers are behind it.
The arm on the other side of Jake here can just hang down. You can see the thumb. You want it to go down about as far as the other hand. It's just going to come right back up. No big serious deal. Like I said, these characters are an incredible amount of fun because they're so easy to draw. For Finn's shirt, he's got a 3/4 sleeve shirt. It's not a long sleeve, it's not a short sleeve, a little farther down than short sleeve, and again, you're going to use a curved line. And Finn's hand here is relaxing. See the thumb, 1, 2, 3 fingers, just like with Jake. Now we can take our eraser, we can erase on Jake where the arm hits the body, where the legs hit the body. Because he's all one person and he doesn't wear clothes because he's a dog. We can erase where the arm hits Finn's body. And we're going to draw in a backpack. Now, Finn's slightly twisted because he's kind of looking at Jake. Jake's kind of looking at Finn. So all you're going to see on that backpack is this arm, or is around this arm here. If you want to be technical, you can draw a little bit of that strap right there. I think it gets in the way. You got to be careful adding a lot of detail, especially on the simplistic characters. We're going to erase the part of the body that the strap is in front of. We're going to draw the rest of that backpack in, and it curls out and down just above his pants. And it's two-tone. And the way we're going to show that is with a line across the strap and across the backpack itself. And again, you're going to want to use curved lines. Every line you lay down, especially on these simple characters like this, all go to pushing your point that the character's got shape, the character's got dimension, and the character is crazy and a lot of fun. Eyes on Finn are just simple dots. In fact, this first dot was a little big. So I'm going to cut that down just a little bit. He almost has a smiley face, doesn't have a nose. I'm going to open up his mouth just a little bit, though, just to be fun. On top of Jake's head, he's got 2 flaps on top of his hat. No, those aren't horns. Jake's a human. He's just got a couple of flaps up there, and you can erase where those flaps hit the top of the head. Any other extra lines that you have up there? I have a few other extra lines. I tend to be sketchy when I do my pencil work. Looking back on it, this leg is a little thinner, or thicker, I should say, than the other leg. So I'm going to give that leg a little bit less shape. Make it a little thinner. Think of spaghetti. That's what I think of whenever I see these characters. They're almost like they're made out of spaghetti. Jake's eyes are circles. And he's got like this blank look, except that you can tell where he's looking at by the extra dimension on the side of his eyes. Almost like a coin. Sometimes when he's looking straight at you, they're just really big, and that outline's very thick. I'm going to erase a little bit of extra line up here on Finn. There we go. His nose, Jake's nose, right between his eyes. Leave a little space for his muzzle. And that's an oval. Just a black oval. Could be even a little bigger than that. There we go. Now his muzzle looks like a game console control. Loops down on both sides, drapes across the top of the nose, and of course between that is his mouth, and we're going to have him talking and smiling. And now we're showing a little bit of emphasis here on his eyes, because it shows what direction Jake is looking in. Okay, Jake doesn't have any clothes, like I said. Finn, we're going to finish off Finn's fingers here, and they are wrapped around Jake. So all we really need to do is show 3 fingers. We're going to erase the rest of the hand and the side of Jake's body that his fingers are in front of. And of course, what are we forgetting? Jake has an ear that's going to hang down here. It's just a loop. You can erase the side of his head that the ear is in front of. And wrapped around in the back of Jake, he's got a tail. And that's also another couple of curved lines that come out to a point. And we are not going to erase the side of Jake's body there that tail is attached to, because it is wrapped around his body just a little bit. Same thing with the arm over here. We're not going to get rid of the side of his body because the arm is just slightly behind it. And again, to draw that hand, we draw that thumb that's like a U, first finger down, other two fingers right behind it. I'm going through and emphasizing the lines a little bit now so that you can see it. They can be a little clearer. So I usually do that when I'm just penciling and not going through and inking it again. Oh, there we go. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Finn and Jake from Adventure Time. Now, once you get this down, once you see how they are, and you're able to see it in your head, you're going to be able to bend these characters all over the place. Because if you've seen the show, they stretch, they move, they do all sorts of crazy, outlandish positions that you will be very easy and very happy to do. They're a lot of fun to draw and to keep drawing. And that's it for this time. 2 cartoon characters for the price of 1 video. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. Please tell your friends. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video. Keep watching for the Zim Geek Channel videos here on YouTube. Every odd video I do about comics or some aspect of sequential art. Every even video I like to do cartoon instructional. In fact, if you like, leave a message in the comments below and tell me what characters you want to learn how to draw. Because I'm here to help you out, and there's so many characters to get to. In fact, the next instructional video is going to be a personal one that I really want to draw because the character is so cool. So stay with us. Thanks a lot for being here, and until next time, take care.